Hey PokeDad Fan Club, it's me PokeDad, and today doing something a little different. I'm doing a live commentary while I play. I normally usually go back and go through the video and commentate on it after I've already played, but I'm a little shy today, so we're going to go ahead and just commentate while we play. Trying something a little different, trying Noivern Garb out. I tried this way back when Noivern came out, and it has a lot of problems. I think the energy cost is just really difficult to meet, especially if you go second, and it looks like we're going second, so we'll give it a shot anyway. In other decks where the energy cost is not as bad, like Seismitoad, when we're dealing with item lock, where you just have one energy attachment, that's a lot easier to meet. But in this case, not so much. And see, we're already going to run into a problem. It's good. We've got two Noiverns in hand, so that's actually a good thing. So, looks like I'm going against Empoleon. Oof. Okay. Well, the good thing of this is we might actually have a chance here. Can they knock us out? That's the big question. Can they knock us out? I actually think I'm gonna just Ultra Ball here for another Noibat. And just put the energy here, and I'm gonna hit done, and then we'll evolve both of the Noibats into a Noivern, and then we'll Sycamore. So it looks like we got a pretty good decent hand here. Hopefully we can keep them from getting rare candies into the Empoleons here. Looks like he's got a Sycamore. Looks like he gave up quite a bit to get there though. So he's got an Octillery online, but that's it. So we're actually sitting pretty nice now. Next thing is if we can get the Trubbish and Garbotoxin lock online. We just need to hit an energy here, and we will begin to item lock right away. And we do hit energy. So I think we'll Ultra Ball here and get rid of a Dark and a Float Stone, and we'll go ahead and grab a Trubbish here, and I will go ahead and put the Float Stone on the Trubbish, because once we start item locking, they can't field blow it off. And let's look at our supporters. Do we want to go ahead and use the Pal Pad? We'd just be getting the Sycamore back. And I think for right now, I would rather get something like an Acerola back or a Guzma. So we're just going to distort here for 50. Alright, and that should put a little bit of pressure on our opponent. We also don't want to have a really big bench, because Empoleon just does more damage with the bigger the bench. So right now we're just going to try to keep the bench, our bench, limited. Matter of fact, if we just have these three attackers, I'm totally okay with that. I don't really want Trash Lance yet, because this Octillery is in play, and really you want them to have some big Sycamores before they do that. So we're just really looking for an energy and maybe a Garbotoxin here. Okay. And we get the Lele if we wanted it. Don't think we really need it though. We want to just continue to distort here, I believe. So we're gonna just Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and get the Garbotoxin online. Get the full ability lock and item lock in play. And next turn we can Sycamore. So yeah, we'll take a knockout here on this Octillery. And we'll go down to 5 prizes. We get another Trubbish, which I will go ahead. Do I go ahead and bench that? Because I think I would like Trashalanche maybe in the later game. After he Sycamores, he hasn't got any items, which is understandable because of the Distort. But Trashalanche is to come in after he's had to Sycamore a couple times, and what ends up happening against item lock is that they Sycamore 3 or 4 times, and then their items, they're not able to play any items. Let's see what this, it just splatter, so it's going to do 20. Alright. Alright, so this is actually, even though we don't have a draw supporter, this is actually a really good hand. Go ahead and play this energy here. And at this point, we're just going to Distort. I would have liked to hit an E-Hammer here, but at this point, I think we've kind of got this Empoleon under control. He's probably playing a couple stage 1s, but he has to dig for them somehow. Alright, there comes a Vulpix, so we probably will see a retreat into the Alolan Vulpix, and then he'll probably search for his stuff. It's gonna Guzma up the other Noivern. Okay. And he gets a Primplup and an Empoleon. Alright, and we get another Trubbish down, so no worries there. Don't really know if we want to get another Pokemon in play. We could go ahead and start attacking this guy. But the problem is, I think the Primplup can paralyze or put us to sleep. Well, we could use Acerola though. So, yeah, let's go ahead and take this one out that has the most energy on it. Or at least start hitting it. And we'll just continue the Distort lock here. Alright, there's the Primplup. Bubble Beam does 20, so. Alright. So right now we're at 70. So we 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60. So he wouldn't be able to knock us out unless he had a Choice Band or a Kukui. He can't play the Choice Band down, so then we could Acerola, which would be fine. So we'll go ahead and get this down, and we'll go ahead and play the Choice Band, and we'll just continue to Distort here. We'll take a knockout on that Primplup, or whatever the one is. I'm sorry, I can't remember. Piplup, that's it, Piplup. Alright, and we see a Vulpix come in again. Okay. Alright, now let's look at this. Whirlpool, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. That could be problematic, but again, we can just Acerola if he uses that attack. Gets another Primplup down. So, total command. Alright. So right now we're fine. I'm just gonna continue to Distort. And we're just continuing the ability and item lock at the same time. see a Cynthia here. And we see an energy there. And another Empoleon. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and field blower his stadium. And again, let me just make sure. So total command would do 20 times the number of bench. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 160. So that is a knockout. So I think we need to go ahead and Acerola here. And we'll go ahead and distort again. And we're going down to 3 prizes now. He gets another Empoleon out here. He's gonna Guzma. He's gonna Guzma the Garb. Okay. Alright, so we see the attack come in. And we'll go ahead and promote our Noivern. Now, part of me wants to, I'm not really sure that the ability lock is all that important here. I'm going to go ahead and bring this here. And I think what I want to do is go ahead and Palpad back the Acerola and the Guzma. And I think I'm just going to Cynthia here. I think his way, the way for him to victory is to just go through a bunch of Noiverns, and I'd like to start getting another one set up. I don't think I really want to get the Garbotoxin yet. He might need another. He could Guzma again, that's the problem. But then we could Lele for a Guzma. So I think we're fine. So I'm just going to continue to distort here. And that's 50. He's going to end us down to 3. Okay, we got a Sycamore. Has he got any items in the discard? He hasn't played any items. He hasn't. There's a choice band in there. Okay. Alright, so he does 90 here. Discards an energy. Okay, that's fine. If we Sycamore this Noivern and the Rescue Stretcher away, we can't take a knockout, or we won't be able to use the Noivern again. Go ahead and play this here. And I think we'll go ahead and get the Garbotoxin. back into play. Actually, we could have got the Lele, but that's okay. So we're basically stuck here with just 2 Noiverns. Will Spiritomb come into play at all on this? I'm not sure. We could take a knockout, bringing us down to 2 prizes. We'd break the item lock, but then we would only need 2 more prizes. And we could Guzma here, take a knockout, and then yeah, I think I'm gonna break the item lock here. And I don't think Spiritomb is that important. So yeah, I'm gonna Sonic Volume for the knockout here. And he can't play any special energy, but he also doesn't have a real big bench either right now. So you know, it's not like he's really hitting us too hard. He can, if he puts another energy, he can hit us for 90 again. Might see an N again. Probably see an N. Yeah. See an Aqua Patch. Abyssal Hand. And we see an Ultra Ball, putting another item in the discard, so that's good. So now we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4 items. Then we got a Lele here for Sycamore. Okay, so he didn't end, so that's great for us. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 160, and even with a choice band, he can't take a knockout here. He can get close though. He's down to 5 cards, and man, he's really like alright, so we got a total command here of 190. Alright, let's think about this. So we don't have Trashalanche. He does have a Floatstone on the Octillery. He's only got 4 cards left. So is Acerola the right play here? Or is Guzma the right play? I think we could just Guzma the Lele twice and knock it out. We can put a Distort here. So yeah, let's just Distort here. Alright, and this is a closer game than I thought. He probably has Guzma, so he'll probably take a knockout. And nope, that's game, so Sonic Volume. Alright, good game to our opponent there. But Noivern coming in clutch. Our opponent almost ran out of cards. It's amazing how few items he was playing in the deck, though. Anyway, so let's see if we can get another one. And we'll roll right into another one. See if this Noivern Garb can hold up. I think the one big problem is the damage output's just so low. And getting set up is kind of problematic. When you're playing Noivern and Garbotoxin in the same deck, you're just not doing... you're hoping that the opponent can't find his energies. Looks like we may be playing an Ultra Necrozma Malamar. We'll go ahead and hit heads, and we'll go second again. So let's see how we fare on this one. Looks like we start with a Trubbish. Okay. Not the greatest of starts here either, because we're only playing 3 Guzmas, and ideally we want to probably Sycamore here, but we're probably going to have to give up a couple cards anyway, and that's not what you really want to do. Fortunately, our opponent Cynthia's here, so if we can top deck a decent top deck. Spiritomb is not what I want, but we will use that as fodder here to grab a Lele. We'll grab the Lele here. And we'll put the float stone here. We'll Lele and we'll Wonder Tag. Do we Cynthia? Do we Sycamore? I think because we have to get started, we have to get moving fast in this deck, I think we Sycamore. So we're going to go ahead and Sycamore, and hopefully we can hit a Noibat. I know we got rid of 2 Guzmas already. We do play the Palpad though, so we could potentially get that going. And we do hit a lot of good stuff. We can actually get the Garb lock off next turn. I think I'm just going to retreat into a Noibat and then place energy on this Noibat, and we could be in a really good spot next turn. So we'll hit done, and yeah, this is looking good, especially since our opponent has no Malamars in play. So he would need something like Max Elixir Energy. He's Wonder Tagging here. He's gonna bridge it. Okay, that makes sense. That's a fine play by our opponent. I think Bridget is a solid play here. The good news is we are going to be able to get the Garbotoxin lock off. If we can also get lucky and hit the item lock, we would even be better. Now we don't have anything we really want to get rid of with the field blower, so we are going to just have to let that go. But we're going to choice band up this Noibat, and hopefully we can hit everything we need here. We hit a Dark Energy, man, but we did not hit anything else. So we have the ability lock. We'll go ahead and Mysterious Beam here, and see if we can get rid of the energy, and we don't. Alright, no worries yet. We do get the Palpad, which we'll use for next turn. That's unfortunate. The float stones came down. And we've got a Guzma here. So he's going to Guzma up the Garbodor. Okay, no worries. So we will bring up the Noibat with the energy, with the choice band on, and we'll put an energy here. And I think we're going to choice band this Trubbish, and we'll go ahead and Pal Pad here. And I think we want to get the 2 Guzmas back. We really need to try. We need to hit Noivern and Enhanced Hammer here. Would be really good. And another Garbotoxin. The other Garbotoxin. Alright, we hit Noibat. And we got the Garbotoxin also back. So we'll get that. And we've got a Cynthia for next turn, and we can go ahead and get a Noivern. Do we go ahead and get another Noivern here? I think we just distort here. Alright, so 80 damage. Now the unfortunate part is he'll be able to hit us for 130 with just a psychic energy, so that's kind of a problem. We can take a knockout on this guy next turn, but we would then be giving... Oh my goodness, he had another Guzma in hand? That's crazy. Alright, but he didn't have... Okay, so he didn't have the... So we'll Guzma back. And I think we take a knockout here. We'll give him his items back. He's only down to 2 prizes. Or do we? Yeah, I think... 2 cards, not 2 prizes. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm just gonna distort. So our opponent, some play 4 Guzmas, some play 2. Okay, he's got a Sycamore, so he's putting items in the discard pile, which is good for us. We like that. Okay, gets another Malamar, but he really can't do anything with it. I will go ahead and Field Blower here. These 2 items, because Trashalanche might come into play later. Part of me wants to just go ahead and... I think I'm just gonna Cynthia. I might need that Psychic for Trashalanche, so we're just gonna hold off on it. There's another Noibat. And do I go ahead and get a Trubbish down here? I think I'm just gonna hold this hand and we'll distort. We'll take our first 2 prizes. Now this Dawn Wings can be problematic for us. But he can't take a knockout. Let's see a Mewtwo come down. If he doesn't have another energy, then this Dawn Wings can't use its GX attack. So what is our opponent gonna do here? Plays an N. Okay, that's unfortunate because we had a really good hand. They will probably find the energy, so they will probably be able to use their GX attack here. And wow, we ran into another Psychic. It's amazing. Oh, he missed. He missed the the energy. Alright, so we'll go ahead and evolve here. Ugh, I really don't like this position too much. I don't want to play this energy. I'm really looking for dark energy. Let's go ahead and end. And we get a Trubbish. So I think we can put that down. And do we want to put the energy down on it? I think so. And we'll just distort again. And it puts our opponent in knockout range next turn, and I'm very okay. He's gonna GX here, which that's totally understandable. I would do that too. Alright, so we will see the 180 come down, and well, we can Guzma around it. Do we want a Guzma around it is the question. If we could get another hit in, but another energy, we need to put something in that we could maybe down a Malamar, which would give us time to find another energy. So yeah, let's do that. Let's work on this Malamar here. We'll retreat back in. I don't think there's a way he can knock us out, because he can't put a float stone in, and he can't invasion in, and he can't field blower. So basically this Malamar is just free pickings for us. Puts an energy on Mewtwo, which that's good. Okay, now we can Acerola. I think that's a solid play here. So we'll Acerola this Noivern. We'll go ahead and put this Noivern up, put a Noibat down. The only problem here with this is that we're running out of energies fast. Let's check our opponent's items. So we got 2, 3, so just 3 items. So Trash Lanch isn't playing a big part in this yet. I think I'm just gonna hold the choice band, or maybe yeah, I'll just hold it for right now. We'll distort, going down to 3 prizes. Okay, we get a float stone. Might attach that to the Lele. Okay, Mewtwo's coming in, hitting for 60 and gonna heal for 30. I'm actually okay with that though, because Mewtwo doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. It's gonna be looking at like 3-4 shot. So we'll go ahead and put this down, put this down. We'll evolve. Go ahead and put the energy here. Play the float stone, and I don't want to end to 3, but I've got to, because we got to find something else. We do find the Trash Lanch. Alright, but man, where is all the energy at? Did I get rid of it all? There's 2 dark, and we play 7, so this is unusual. Alright, so we'll go ahead and distort once again for 80. Probably should have evolved the Garbodor, the Trash Lanch here. Got a Super Exhaustion again, only doing 60 and healing him 30. Have an Enhanced Hammer, that doesn't really help us much. And man, if I don't draw into energy soon, we're gonna be in trouble. Because he can take a knockout next turn. But we'll go ahead and distort again, keeping the lock in play. So we're at 130 now. gets another Malamar in play. Not sure that helps him. He's going to retreat into the Dawn Wings. Makes sense. Makes total sense. I think that's great. What do we got? Got a float stone. Let's see. So this is sort of problematic for us. 1, 2, 3. 3 items, and I'm assuming those are energies. Alright. We could trash a Lanch here, but it's only gonna do 60. I guess I'll retreat into this Noivern. And we'll just hit done. Oh, that's unfortunate that we couldn't draw into energy. We've only seen 4, 5, 4. Okay, we finally hit something though. So let's Ultra Ball here. Getting rid of these 2. I don't know if there's anything else. We've got another Noibat, but I don't know that we want it. So we'll just click done. Go ahead and put a float stone here, and then we'll Cynthia. And there's all of our energies. So we can retreat into this guy and distort. And now we should be okay here. Alright, so we're gonna see a knockout, or we're gonna see 120, but then now we're going to actually I probably should have put that Noibat down. Go ahead and Acerola the bench. Put an energy on it, and we can then evolve, and we will distort here for a knockout. We're down to just 1 prize. There's another energy and a devoured field. And so our opponent brings up the Lele, and if they don't end here, which I'm assuming they're going to, but if they don't end, then we can okay, and then we just got game here, so we'll bring up the Mewtwo and we'll finish it off with a Trash-a-Lanch. Alright guys, so Noivern Garb. I know it's this definitely needs some tweaking. I'm not sure the devoured fields are even necessary. They didn't really come into play. And I'm not sure that you need to, since it's more of a control deck, if you even need them. It might be better to have parallel cities, or something that might even be better is just using those 2 card slots elsewhere. So let's take a quick look at the list. I just put this together earlier. I've also been consulting with some friends about it, but this morning I just got up and I was like, let me just throw a Noivern Garb deck together. And again, if you can get the item lock and the ability lock off at the same time, it's really strong. So we'll take a look at the deck, and then we'll also talk about a couple ideas of changes we could make. Alright, so we've got the 4-3 line of Noivern. That kind of goes without saying. Distort is the primary attack we want to use. But then we can use the second attack, Sonic Volume. If we're going to get Zoroark, Sonic Volume actually works better, because then they can't play DCE, and if you're going against Zoroark, they can't play Strong Energy either. So those come in real nice. Then we got Boom Burst GX, which we didn't even use, but you can combo that with Spiritomb, spreading all that damage, and then using damage play to move the damage counters around and find a way to win that way. So that's just another win condition. And then we play the 3-1-2 or the 3-2-1 Trubbish to Garbotoxin, because getting the ability lock off is so important. And then we've got Trashalanche here. Again, it might be counterintuitive to even play Trashalanche. It might be best just to take the Trashalanche out, because you're distorting, you're keeping them from playing items. A lot of times they're not gonna be putting the items in the discard anyway, so it might be counterintuitive to even put Trashalanche in there. But I put one in just because sometimes people Sycamore and then they Sycamore a handful of items, and right there you might be able to take a knockout with him. But that's definitely one of the cuts that are possible. 2 enhanced hammers, and this is to take out Beast Energy and to take out DCE reliant decks and Strong Energy, because even though we can prevent them from playing Special Energy, it takes us a couple turns to get that powered up. I was trying to fit elixirs into this deck to get powered up faster, but I realized, you know what, Distort, the controlling aspect of Distort keeps it so that the opponent really can't beat you quickly. So you have enough time usually to power up without elixirs. But the enhanced hammers are there to just take out some special energies. 2 field blowers, again, once you've got the Distort online, you don't really need this, but it is to help with stadiums. And also you can put tool cards that they get on before the Distort, take them off, and that just powers up the Trashalanche. I like the one Palpad because a lot of times we're Sycamoring and we have to Sycamore other supporters away, and cards like Acerola and Guzma in the end game are so valuable to us. So I like to Palpad those cards back. 1 Rescue Stretcher because we want to try to get stuff back. This might be off as a Super Rod. I'm not 100% sure yet. 4 Ultra Balls. Now that I think about this should probably be Mysterious Treasures, not Ultra. We have the problem of we can't get a Noibat with that. So maybe the ball count would be, maybe that's where we could take the stadiums out. We could go 4 Mysterious Treasures and 2 Nest Balls. Because frankly the Devoured Fields really doesn't make much of a difference in the math. So maybe we add a couple Nest Balls and make these 4 Mysterious Treasures. Then the Acerolas I think are clutch. I would really like to have 3 Acerolas in the deck, just because when you can cycle the Noivern, it makes it so that your opponent just can't win. So it's like another win condition. 3 Cynthia, 3 N, 3 Sycamore. All of those are again draw support. And then 3 Guzmas. Again, I would play a 4th, but I've got the Palpad, so we can get the Guzmas back if we need it. And then 1 Plumeria. Again, that might be a cuttable card. And then we play 3 Choice Bands and 3 Float Stones. And you may be asking, well, why not a 4/4 because we're playing Garbotoxin? Well, a couple things is, I don't want to play 4 Float Stones because Noivern has free retreat. And I really don't want to have to stick a Float Stone on a Noivern or a Noibat. Sometimes you have to. Those really want to go right on the Garbotoxin. But if you play 4, sometimes your hand gets cluttered with them, and you don't want to Cynthia back into them later. So just 3 Choice Bands and 3 Float Stones. If you really feel like you can't find the tool to get the Garbotoxin off, you could go to a 4th Choice Band, because I'm totally fine with putting a Choice Band on Garbotoxin. Yeah, they may Guzma it up, but there's outs to that. We have our own Guzmas, and even if they do knock it out, it means they're putting less pressure on the Noiverns. However, it can break the Distort lock, you can play around with that tools. And then I'm playing 7-4. That might not be enough, but it seemed pretty good, except that second game we kind of drew into the dark energy late, but I think that's more of an issue of variance, not necessarily that we didn't have enough energy in the deck. So anyway guys, take a screenshot of this, give it a try, tell me how your experience is with it, and anyway, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. And hey, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think of this deck in the comments below. And tell me other decks that you'd like to see played on the channel. Until next time, we'll talk to you later. This is PokeDad signing out.